first down. It's Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And some strong running. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Second and 2. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, 49ers.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
But tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. The 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tagged.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Cardinals. James Conner taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Arizona.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're a big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Second and 10.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers.
Juwan Jennings.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Set to return it. Here's Moore.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Moore now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Under pressure, they got him again.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
Ayuk to return it.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Moore now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Murray now. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Murray. Incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray
steps away.
Finding Ertz again.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Connor going backwards here on the 1st down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And out of bounds right around the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter time. Prater's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Cardinals 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A good gain on 1st, has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Murray. Steps away to his left.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Murray to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
57 Come on. 57.
They'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
Back again up in this